Charisma is a hard to define but easy to recognize quality. You all have encountered charismatic people in your lives. Many of you may be charismatic people yourselves. People want a leader with more than intelligence and integrity. They want someone who can make a convincing and compelling argument and inspire a sense of positive urgency, especially during a crisis. That's exactly what charisma is. In 2014, psychologists Alan Grabo and Mark Van Vugt proposed that charisma is the ability to convince followers that you can get other members of a wider group to cooperate. Their research found that exposure to charisma increased generosity. Subjects who saw a TED talk by a charismatic speaker later gave more money to a stranger than those who saw a talk by a non charismatic one. Even thinking about someone charismatic made people more likely to cooperate with a stranger more than when they thought about any other acquaintance. This was especially true when other evidence or data was lacking. When other performance indicators or data were missing or insufficient, a leader's charisma and confidence made a big difference to judgments and decisions. It's the same as with looks. When other evidence or data regarding performance or capability is available, the effect of appearance is not as strong. But when other information is lacking or less, appearance has a big influence. Charisma isn't magic though. It's created by mundane factors like looks, height, carriage, confidence, etc. Confidence, especially, plays a big part in charisma. How people carry themselves, how quick and decisive they are, etc. One can notice it in their posture. Charismatic people will walk upright, chest expanded. They will talk more, smile more, and generally look efficient, tough, decisive, and successful. Neuroscientists have found that neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine control a large part of human behavior. These neurotransmitters can create a positive feedback loop. A success, even just a fluke, can make you feel good about yourself, thereby creating a surge of serotonin and dopamine, which in turn motivates you more and makes you look more confident and charismatic. That in turn may make you look more like a capable and efficient leader, more credible and trustworthy. So now more people trust and listen to you, which in turn may make you continue to be successful in your endeavors, which causes more neurotransmitter surges, which causes even more confidence and charisma, and so on. A self perpetuating loop. But remember, this is really no evidence of real capability, expertise, or skills. The first success or first few successes could be just due to luck or chance. Then the neurotransmitters take over and make this a continuous feedback loop, and it can last for a while, maybe until the first big mistake or obvious stumble. Sometimes not even then, because people tend to trust and idolize blindly. Like most other human traits, this was probably well suited for the Paleolithic, which spanned more than 95% of our evolutionary history. Charismatic people were probably the ones that had been successful in the last hunt or fight for the dominant alpha male. This translated to a surge of neurotransmitters in their brain, which affected the way they carried themselves. This helped signal to the others that these were excellent candidates for mating with or leading the tribe. But in today's world, is this still useful? Can too much reliance on charisma be counterproductive? A 2013 study by Kitayami, Kawakami, and Cooper revealed just that. The study measured how bold, mischievous, colorful, and imaginative a leader was. It asked business leaders and their colleagues to respond to statements like, I get bored quickly, or I have a reputation as a risk taker, and people think I'm something of a character, etc. The research then calculated scores for charisma using a proprietary scale for personality traits. They found that although charismatic leaders are persuasive and capable of acting boldly and taking risks, they can often be exploitative and mischievous, and they can pursue unrealistic and even damaging goals and visions. Too much charisma could also result in a cult like following with no questions asked and no criticism or dissent. And the leader can get away with anything, even though they have no real leadership skills or capability. So, confidence and charisma, especially in large doses, can be hugely deceptive, misleading, and even dangerous.